I do it according to industry standards. So if you want to know how to build a shower correctly, this is the place for you. Master bathroom today. So as always, there's always some kind of issue. There's no drain. Well, it looks like there's no drain. This piece of plywood's actually loose. You just gotta cut a hole there. This is the existing plumbing that was there, and the plumber didn't take off the body sprays, so now he's got to come and take these off because I don't want to break them because they're going to put those back. So I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out those are going to come off when you do it in the bathroom. Also left the handle on here. I don't know why, but it is what it is. This wall, it's going to need a little bit of work to stiffen that up a bit. But anyway, let's see if we can get this bathroom going. My name is Sal de Blasi. I'm a tile contractor in the business for 40 years. If you want to know how to install a tile installation, floor, wall, shower, whatever, the correct way according to TCNA and manufacturer recommendation, this is the channel for you. I don't give you my opinion. I don't do it how I was shown 40 years ago. I don't do it how I think it should be done. I do it according to industry standards. So if you want to know how to build a shower correctly, this is the place for you. So when you're cutting holes in floors for plumbing and stuff, you got to make sure that you put blocking in so you don't get any movement on the floor that's going to make it cause problems for the tile. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see here, they cut out this piece here. That piece has to be screwed in. There's no blocking here yet, so that's going to have to be taken care of. So they put blocking here on this one, as you can see, and you know, there's no movement there. It's not moving at all. Nice and strong and firm. But they didn't put any blocking here. So what happens is you get this movement. See how that goes up and down? Yeah, it goes up and down there. You need blocking there, so there's no movement. So here's a perfect example. So see, we need blocking here and there, and then when you cut that one's fine because it's on the joist. This one's fine because it's on the joist, but we need to put the blocking here as well because it's on the joist. But you know, we could cut this back, but then the plywood that goes in there is going to be short, so we need to put a little piece of blocking in here as well so that we don't get any cracked tiles. Okay, so got the hole in the plywood and got some strapping. Actually, here's a piece of 2x4 over here, and that's a piece of plywood because I didn't have the thickness. And I got that one done also. This is all blocked in and screwed in, and that's all blocked in and screwed in. So now I'm just going to put the plywood on here, and then I can start boarding. Okay, so to get ready to install the board, I checked the walls to make sure that they were flat. Here, this knee wall over here, this is no. And I put my level on it to check to see if it's flat. If it's flat, and it's actually pretty good. So on this wall here, I did the same thing to check to see if it was flat. And then when I put my level across here, it touches there, but I was short a quarter of an inch in this corner here. So I ripped the shim out of a piece of 2x4, 1/4 inch, and I just tacked it on over there. Now I'm going to cut this piece and tack it on over here. On this side, this stud over here was bowed out and sticking out, so I just chopped off some of that corner. And this stud here is bowed in a little bit, so I shimmed it out with. You can do this with foam board. I shimmed it out with some 16th inch horseshoe spacers so that I'm flat. So when I put my board on here now, I'm going to have a flat surface for my tile. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your studs are all in line. If they're not in line, then remediate the problem. Don't just stick your board on there, because everything you do from the studs out is just going to compound the situation. So get it right first, do your prep work, make sure you get the studs all in plane, and then once you put your board on, you'll have a flat surface and you're not going to have a problem tiling. So let's get our first piece of board on. Okay, so I got the 3 bottom sheets on, and it's getting late because I had to wait for the carpenter for fix the floor. I had to wait I'm waiting for the plumber to fix some stuff over here. So I got these 3 bottom sheets on, and I guess maybe I'll get that one back sheet up there and these here, and then I gotta call it a day because I have to wait for the plumber to fix these screw ups. Okay, so I got all the board up, and I still got to work on the curb. I got to put the foam curb in, and then the wire lath, and then the mud. So I got all, as I said, I got all the board up. It's all ready to go. I got a couple pieces of 2-inch foam ripped. However, I'm only going to put one piece of this 2-inch foam here, because I can use that as a screed to my drain. So I'll put that one in, and then once I get my mud in, then I'll put the other one on and waterproof everything. So let me work on this curb here. Okay, so I got the Flow Effects drain body in, and that is from here to there is just under 3 feet. So I need a 1/4 inch per foot pitch or fall from the curb to the drain. So this is 2 inches, and that over there is 3/4 of an inch lower than this here. It has to be, actually, the fall has to be between 1/4 and 1/2 inch per foot. So what I've got here is just a little more than 1/4 inch per foot. So from here to there, that drain body is a little more than 3/4 of an inch below the curb. I'm going to use, because this is 2 inches, and I'm going to put 2 inches all around the perimeter. I'm going to use this as a screed. So I put this in perfectly level. When I put the mud in, I'm going to put a 2-inch border all the way around of mud so that my perimeter is completely level. And then I'm going to use this to drag my screed across to get my pitch to the drain. And then as I go around, I will also use my perimeter screed to shape my mud so that it falls to the... I've already got the perimeter all done. I'm going to show you that in a second. If you need, or if you want to know how to do that, I have many videos detailing exactly how to put a mud shower pan into a shower. So let me show you what I got here. Oh yeah, I'm using the 2-inch foam as my screed. So I got all the perimeter all the way around. This is all done. Now I'm going to fill in the back part, and once I got the back part all filled in, I am going to do the front part here, screeding off the foam. Then when I am done with the mud, I'll put the rest of the foam on to create the curb. Okay, so I got all my perimeter down, as I said. I got that back section done, which is sloped to the drain. I'm using Laddercrete 209. I'm using an auger to mix, on a 1/2 inch drill, to mix the mud, and I'm using a dust hog with a vac to control the dust. So let me mix up probably going to be another 2.5 bags to get the rest of this mud done. So far, what you see there, that's 2 bags. And I'm gonna say probably 2.5, 3 bags to do the rest. Okay, so I got it all done. Got all the mud in. So from here to there, it drops 3/4 of an inch. From the back wall to there, it also drops 3/4, a little more than 3/4 of an inch. I give it slightly more than 1/4 inch per foot. But so I have a level perimeter all the way around. So my tile on the bottom's going to be all the same size. So next thing here is finish the curb, waterproof everything, and then we can start the tile. Okay, so it's the next day. The mud has had a chance to dry, and now I'm going to seal everything up and waterproof it. So let me show you. So this is my membrane for